Hello everyone, my name is Jason Minchen. I'm the Ingram Micro Technical Account Manager for AMD components, including the AMD Radeon Pro series. I want to start off by welcoming you to what will be the first of a four-part series featuring AMD's Radeon Pro series of professional workstation graphics cards. Since the release of the very first dedicated graphics cards way back in the late 1990s, it's been a constantly evolving and booming business in the world of PCs and information technology. No one really could have predicted that what started off as just a niche item targeting PC video game enthusiasts would go on to become one of the most crucial core components of both data centers and professional workspaces. Today's GPUs are at the bleeding edge of the world's most critical workloads, including artificial intelligence, oil and gas exploration, medical diagnosis and research, as well as the types of use cases that we'll be highlighting specifically in this series, which includes 3D modeling, architecture, design and manufacturing, and engineering. In this series, we'll explain the importance of Radeon Pro, how it can boost your productivity, as well as how Ingram Micro can assist you in identifying and fulfilling the best GPU for your partner's needs and use cases. So, no doubt one of the first questions your partner is going to have will always be just why they should spend so much additional budget on a professional GPU instead of using one of the consumer-grade graphics cards that are often much cheaper than the professional series cards. And really, this is an area where the old saying that you get what you pay for rings even more true than usual. AMD Radeon Pro graphics cards are engineered from the ground up for specific professional use cases. Professional GPUs like the Radeon Pro W series feature higher specifications, most importantly, much larger bandwidth than their consumer counterparts, and better cooling and thermal design to handle the kind of 24/7 use that a professional workspace is going to require, as well as the type of reliability and guarantees that your customer would need to plan and complete their projects that'll take advantage of these cards. In addition to those features, AMD works hand in hand with ISVs to ensure their Radeon Pro drivers are certified for use with all of the world's leading professional applications and software suites. All of this comes backed by an enterprise-grade Radeon Pro software, as well as up to a 3-year hardware warranty that'll ensure that these cards are going to work for the time that your end user needs them. So really, at the end of the day, you wouldn't buy a compact car instead of a pickup truck for hauling construction materials, and for most of the same reasons, you shouldn't buy a consumer video game focused graphics cards to design the building that those materials are going to end up being used to build at the end of the day. You need a card that is designed to do what these professional workstation cards are designed for. So just expanding on that question a bit further, though, maybe your partner understands the importance of a professional GPU for professional workloads already, but why AMD? What is it about AMD Radeon Pro that sets AMD apart in this market space? This is a topic we're certainly going to dive much deeper into later in the vlog series, but I'll cover a few important aspects right from the start here in this first video. Starting off with longevity. The cards that would eventually evolve into today's Radeon Pro W series lineup, they trace all the way back to 1995 with the initial release of the Fire GL workstation GPU. It was the very first graphics card of its time. Those cards would evolve to become Fire GL, and then Fire Pro, and then finally the Radeon Pro cards that we see available in the market today. So simply put, the engineers at AMD who design these GPUs have been doing so for a very, very long time. They've been leaders and trendsetters in this market for almost 30 years now. With that experience comes expertise. Looking just at the thermal design alone, you can begin to see AMD's experience making a real difference in how these cards perform and how reliable they end up being. Cooling efficiency and heat dissipation are both huge concerns for professional workstations, and AMD is always leading the pack in that regard. That longevity in this environment has led to really strong relationships with key ISVs within the marketplace, nearly 1,600 ISV certifications, along with a full-featured enterprise software suite, which includes AMD Remote Workstation, which is an important distinction from a lot of the competition in this market. AMD Remote Workstation allows you to access your workstation hardwares with no additional end-user licensing fees, meaning that you can remotely access that workstation and get your work done wherever you are, whether you're sitting in a coffee shop with just a plain old business laptop, or if you are at home and you need to get something done on a tablet or on your cell phone. You can connect directly to your workstation, utilize that hardware still without having to pay any additional licensing fees to kind of further increase that cost to make this solution work. Just kind of taking a brief look here at what partners stand to benefit the most from AMD Radeon Pro GPUs. The answer to that question is really just about anyone. Anyone can take advantage of what these cards have to offer. AMD offers a full lineup of professional graphics cards, starting all the way, down at kind of an entry level for that end user who doesn't need any kind of advanced graphics. They don't need to do 3D modeling. They're not in any kind of Adobe suite looking to do high-end graphics. They just need an additional monitor. So you've got the Radeon Pro W6400 that will work for that customer, allow them to support multiple 4K monitors, up to 2 monitors on that card at a really low cost of entry. And that goes all the way up then to the big 32 gigabyte Radeon Pro W6800, which would be kind of for your power user who's running high-end digital design and content creation, or perhaps working in an engineering environment, needing to use CAD software, and they need multiple, up to 6 4K monitors. Later in the series, we'll have a preview and a demo of AMD's Radeon Pro Selector tool to help decide which card will work best for your customer's individual use case. Of course, you can always just lean on us here at Ingram Micro to help you with the decision as well, whether it be reaching out to me directly. You can find my contact information below this video, or you can always reach out to our wider solution design and services team for technical assistance in selecting a card and designing the full solution, or reaching out to the AMD team or your individual sales rep for a quote on a solution that you've already designed yourself. And that brings us to the conclusion of the first episode of our AMD Radeon Pro vlog series. I hope you found this information informative and insightful. As mentioned earlier, this is just the first of a 4-part series with much more to come in our future episodes. On upcoming episodes, we plan to highlight the specific options available in the Radeon Pro series. So we'll do a full breakdown of Radeon Pro, the line card, all the different options available, what use cases they fit into best, as well as mobile GPU options that AMD Radeon Pro offers for laptops and mobile workstations. We're also going to cover the AMD Radeon Pro Selector tool, and also have a feature on AMD Radeon Pro's enterprise software suite to give you a preview of the software and tools that are available to your end users. So I thank you very much for spending some time with me today. Make sure you like and subscribe to be informed when future episodes drop, and I hope to see you then. Thank you.